On today's highlights, Christians seek God's face for peaceful resolution, restoration in Rivers State. Security operatives neutralize explosives planted by terrorists in Zamfara. Plus, INEC rallies security agencies ahead of 2027. Good afternoon. My name is Ibere Eida. Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must all accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And now the news. Christians in Rivers State will continue to seek the face of God to ensure peaceful resolution of the political situation and restoration of peace in the state. Chairman, Christian Association of Nigeria CAN, Rivers State Chapter, Reverend Doke Boria Kaladokbo, gave this assurance during the Rivers State Intercessory Prayer organized by the body in Port Harcourt. Nnamdi Olimne reports that the theme for the prayer meeting was, "O Lord, demonstrate your sovereignty."
Most Reverend Kaladokubo explained that the purpose of the prayer meeting was to pray for God's intervention and bring an end to the political situation in Rivers State. He expressed hope that with the intercessory prayers for the state, things will turn around for good, urging members of CAN in the state to continue to pray for the governor and the state. On reasons why the event was not held at the Ecumenical Center as earlier slated, the CAN chairman explained that they were locked out by one Reverend Ikie, even when there is no crisis in the association, and called for the governor's intervention.
God is prayer answering God. He has heard our prayer. And then we also know that there have been improvement in the state. All the political impasse will come and go.
Guest speaker Archbishop Blessing Eyinda, represented by the Bishop Diocese of Evo Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Innocent Odo, while delivering the sermon on the theme of the event, advised politicians in the state to sheathe their sword and embrace peace for the interest of Rivers State. The preacher equally called on Rivers people not to take side in the crisis, but join hands to restore peace, as according to him, only peace can bring development to the state.
The expectation is that God will perfect all that concerns us here in Rivers State. Further, he says that mercy, O Lord, endureth forever. Forsake not the works of thy own hands. God will not forsake us in Jesus' name.
Some members and participants also bear their minds.
All sorts of crises in the state. Problems here and there, political problems affecting the church, affecting the society. And it behoves us on us as leaders of the body of Christ to come together and seek the face of God concerning the various crises.
Prayed for peace in Rivers State. We have decreed for peace in Rivers State. We trust God who answers prayers. We'll begin to experience peace and development much more in Rivers State.
The people of Rivers State, in one way or the other, have seen, and therefore this crisis we face today. And we only believe. The Lord said, my people have seen as their ancestors, and they need to return to me. That it is the loving kindness of God that can heal our land.
There were intercessory prayers for the governor, the state, and the nation. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
Christian Association of Nigeria Rivers State Chapter has taken delivery of 1,200 bags of rice presented by the federal government as part of the 2025 Christmas legacies. Largest, the Christmas gift was distributed to the 5 blocks of CAN in Rivers State and orphanages in ceremony in Port Harcourt. Nnamdi Olimne tells us more.
Chairman, Christian Association of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter, His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Berea Kala Dokubo, expressed appreciation to the federal government and the national executive of CAN for touching the lives of Christians and orphans in the state. He said out of the 1,200 bags of rice received, 600 bags is for members of CAN, with each of the 5 blocks receiving 100 bags, while the remaining 600 is donated to orphanages. According to him, the rice should not be sold to anyone, but used to feed their families and the orphans, so that the good intention of the federal government is not defeated.
100 bags each to the 5 blocks to be shared to our children that are vulnerable in various homes. Please don't sell this rice.
Bishop Diocese of Evo Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Innocent Odo, thanked President Tinubu for the goodwill extended to orphanages as part of Christmas celebration and enjoined Christians to continue to pray for leaders.
A Christian Association of Nigeria and the various families of Khan have come here with their nominated orphanages to receive them. So we are very, very grateful to the President for extending this anonymity.
On their part, Director of Public and Welfare Matters of Khan, Dele Wycliffe, and the Executive Director, Priesthood Holy Charity Home, Blessing Echenwo, also thanked the federal government and assured that it will be shared accordingly.
As you can see, we have picked a date to ensure that it's well distributed to those who it is meant for. Hence, the people you find around here today.
I want to appreciate federal government for remembering us through Khan. May God bless you. May God preserve you. May God lift you.
Formal presentation of the rice by the Khan chairman was the high point of the ceremony. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
A key factor that prevents people from getting married early is not only the financial requirement, but the processes and stage involved in fulfilling marital obligations, since many would like to perform traditional church and registry marriages. What type of marriage is preferable and should be recommended for intending couples? In this report, Gatswanele examines the issue and now reports.
Traditional rites in Nigeria was documented between 1890s and 1920s by the British colonial masters Meek and Typot. The traditional marriage is rich, diverse, and deeply rooted in cultural, spiritual, and communal practices across religions and ethnic groups. Most Nigerian cultures honor ancestors, believing that they will continue to influence the living just as their deities. For reproduction, healing, prosperity, and respect. These marriage rites involve extensive courtship, bride price, and community approval, designed to establish social bonds, ensure lineage, and verify the family's background and integrity. While in recent time, they have processed into blending traditional religions and legal formalities. These respondents described marriages in various forms and provide recommendations.
From Genesis, it is God that instituted marriage. In Proverbs 18:22, that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor.
Once you are married traditionally and you have your blessings from the church, you are married.
Once you accepted a man, bring them to your family and they accept him as their in-law. That's marriage. The church marriage is just ceremonial. There is no fear to go into marriage if you're sincere and God-fearing.
Money should not deter you from getting married. I can tell you that. Love is the first thing. The girl is the first thing. By the time you get hold of the girl, then you are married. Advise that you don't need to have all the money to go into the marriage. You must not wear wedding gown of 1 million. You must not wear a suit of 1 million. You must not entertain the whole crowd. Let me tell you, if you like, bring a 40-feet container of drink. People will finish it and still tell you they did not drink. They will even put some in their bag and go. It's your wife. Is it after the wedding you begin to go and suffer in the house, begin to look for food to eat? No.
Traditional rulers and the clergy also gave insights.
At times, people go to their ancestors, to their shrine, and exchange some money. Take it to go and pay bride price. There will be no violence. Even if there is violence, knowing fully well where these things are coming, you will not think of killing. And so traditional marriage is one of the best marriage. White wedding is Western world culture.
There is a security that the court marriage provides that the traditional marriage does not really provide. Because we see that if a woman that just only go through their normal traditional marriage without a legal setting, sometimes when the husband is no longer there, the brothers and the relatives want to suppress the woman. But if there is a court, if the marriage is registered, those interferences will not really be there.
Does marriage registry provide adequate family fulfillment? Dr. Olivia Abinode is the Assistant Marriage Registrar, Port Harcourt City Local Government Council.
You know, our parents will tell us, hey, you want to do court marriage, your wife will take your property. No, it's not all about property. Legalizing your marriage does not mean that it gives you an edge as a woman to begin to ride your husband or insult your husband. Rather, it's just legalizing your marriage, making it to be official. There are too many benefits. One, legalizing his or her marriage, because you can use it for official purposes in and outside the country.
From the respondents, it is expected that the most recommended marriage for couples is the marriage registry that has legal backing and international recognition, which must begin with the traditional rites. God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
River State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must all accomplish. Still ahead on the news at 3, 32 died, 160 injured in blast at Pakistan's mosque. And in sports, FIFA Under-20 WWC first leg qualifier against Nigeria, Senegal holds today. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Rstv, your source for authentic coverage. View us on YouTube Rstv Online, Facebook, and GoTV at channel 142.
Thanks for staying with us. And now the people of Akwa community in Eche local government area of River State have called on the council chairman Chima Njoko to re-contest for second tenure in the council. Ochemba of the community, Chief Calvin Okere, stated this when he led principal leaders of the community on a courtesy visit to the Eche council bus in his office at the council secretariat in Okehi. Godspa Anele was there and filed in this report.
Speaking on behalf of Akwa community, Eze Okere explained that they have keenly observed the administration of Chima Njoko and found him worthy for second tenure because of his landmark achievements recorded in the areas of socio-economic development across the 19 wards of Eche. He appreciated the council boss for being instrumental for the emergence of their son, Honorable Masha Nwankwo, as the leader of the 10th Assembly, among other appointments. Eze Okere reviewed that the essence of the visit was to thank the council chairman for his concern to the community and laudable policies and programs geared towards repositioning the local government by turning Eche to a construction site and making judicious use of funds to affect lives and the area positively. Eze Okere, however, enumerated some social challenges facing the community that needs intervention of the council chairman, which includes connection to the national grid, grading of feeder roads, rehabilitation of markets, schools, and Coppers Lodge, among others.
By grading, we are applying here. Men, Ulapo Road. Apoha, Ulapo Road. Umes, Ulapo Road. Waterside, to Odoba, Diffree Road. From Waterside to Obibi, the people of Apa, we know that Apa people love from the beginning. I am assuring you that the Apa people strongly behind you. You have not reached up to 200 days. What he did within the short time, those of them who have stayed up to 80 years have not done it. We are looking for the next tenure, which we know that
Chairman, Eche Local Government Council, Chima Njoko, appreciated the people of Akwa community for the visit and promised to meet their needs, which will be in phases, but advised them to always cooperate and protect government facilities provided to them in order to attract more dividends of democracy.
I have directed my chief of staff, after Igbo College Kaya, I have directed him to put that machine to Akwa. In the issue of electrification, and Akwa will be part of them. I have given you leader, I have given you new car. I want to do something for Akwa, because Akwa, no road, no light. People have been humiliated about nature of Akwa inside the bush. Akwa here, nothing. People should benefit it.
Some stakeholders also spoke.
When you know what you are doing, generally in a chair, see what you are doing in a chair. reading that short period, read this short period, and then we know and believe that we are going to do more if more chances are given to you.
Since its inception, he has electrified all parts of a chair. This is really wonderful. A vibrant young man. Today, Aqua community paid him a courtesy call to appreciate what he's doing in our fatherland. And he has promised to link Aqua to the national grid through OBB. This is a young man we have desired. We want to call on the Che people to support him.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
Chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Joash Amoputan, has said elections cannot be regarded as credible if voters feel unsafe to participate in the process. Speaking in Abuja at the first regular meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security for 2026, which was attended by heads and representatives of security, intelligence, and law enforcement agencies, Professor Amoputan stressed the critical role of security agencies in safeguarding Nigeria's electoral integrity. He described 2026 as a very busy electoral year, noting that the country would witness area council elections, by-elections, and off-cycle governorship elections ahead of the 2027 general elections. The INEC chairman revealed that the commission would soon embark on a nationwide voter revalidation exercise along the ongoing continuous voter registration ahead of the 2027 general elections, which would require security protection for facilities, personnel, and voters, particularly in volatile areas. Security operatives have successfully neutralized an improvised explosive device planted by suspected terrorists along the Danjaba-Kunsin Kogo area of the Zafin local government area of Zamfara State. The operation was carried out by a combined force of the police explosive ordnance disposal chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear anti-kidnapping unit and the military EOD with heavy security backup from the Zamfara State Police Command. A statement issued on Saturday by the spokesman of the police command, Yazid Abubakar, said the operation was led by SP Abdurazak Musa Hassan, adding that the security team applied standard render-safe procedures to professionally and safely neutralize a pressure plate IED discovered at the location. The command spokesman stated that following a comprehensive sweep and technical assessment of the area, the access was declared safe and free of any additional IED threats, thereby restoring safety for commuters and residents. He called on members of the public to remain vigilant and to continue providing timely and credible information. At least 32 people have been killed and more than 160 injured in an explosion at a mosque during prayers in Pakistan's capital, Islamabad. According to police, a suicide bomber detonated a device after approaching the Shia mosque in the Talai area of the city. However, the Islamic State group has claimed the attack and also issued a picture of the alleged bomber. Condemning the attack, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif expressed deep grief while the country's president, Asif Ali Zardari, said targeting innocent civilians is a crime against humanity. Before the claim by ISIS, Pakistani Defense Minister Khawaja Asif suggested India and Afghanistan being behind the attack. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, in condemning the attack, called for those responsible to be identified and brought to justice. And now sports. Nigeria's under-20, the Falconets, have expressed confidence in their readiness ahead of Saturday's 2026 FIFA Under-20